What's up, party members? Just the Party 8 here. Welcome back for more Super Mario Galaxy. In the last episode, we've done the final main level of the game with three main missions: Melty Molten Galaxy. And in this episode, we're gonna go for the last stars before the finale. Well, of the main story, we still have the post game to take care of. So the last thing we'll be doing, the first thing we'll be doing, I cannot talk already. Not even a minute into the episode. The final Hungry Luma level, and I just got enough star bits for this. 1600. We barely got enough. Come on, there we go. And as I said before, this is probably more annoying than difficult. I think Slingpot Galaxy is still the hardest one, but this is a close second. Especially if you don't know what to do. The Snow Cap Galaxy. Sounds pretty innocent. Well, it really isn't. After this, you really don't need to worry about star bits anymore. Anyway, the mission is Star Buddies in the Snow, and yep, it's another bunny hunt, but this time it's free, which makes it a little bit more difficult. Actually, a lot more difficult. The thing about this Star Bunny hunt is that these three bunnies are always hidden in the exact same locations. However, there's a catch to it this time. Let's play chase. Can you get it before the timer runs up? Yep, you have to do it while being on a timer. You have 3 minutes to look for them. Now, I know on top of my head where one is, which is this one inside one of these holes. What you also need to do is look for some flip switches, because you do need a fire flower soon. I think he was. I always have trouble finding the first one. I have to say, this is not a fun one. Okay, here is nothing. I always have trouble finding the first one. I know you're here somewhere. Ah, there you are. The trick that you can do is once that thing opens over there, you can trick the bunnies into it. Ah, there we go. If you're fast. Now, the other two, you do need to... Wait, can I actually do this? No, I cannot. Okay, you can only do that in Galaxy 2. I do need to find one more flip switch, though, which I... Okay, there's... Oh, no. Am I gonna lose this because of this? Come on. Am I seriously gonna lose it because of... Ah, there he is. Because you do need the firepower to do, because one of the bunnies is inside one of these snowman. You also need to break it for a Koopa shell, as you can see, because one is hidden inside a chest. Ah, there we go. Now we have 30 seconds to catch the last bunny, which hopefully will happen. Ah, here he is. Which is part of the easy ones to get, because he will always be trapped in here. And that's it. Take the star, boing. That's the last Hungry Luma level. Done. And while we're at it, we're also going to talk... I'm probably going to talk about how this walkthrough went. It went a lot more smoother than the original walkthrough, because I have no idea what I was doing the first time I played... When I first did this walkthrough, you know, the very first one. Everyone is awkward in their first, you know, videos. And I enjoyed this walkthrough a lot more compared to the first time I played through this for YouTube. And the way I am doing it right now, instead of just, you know, do the post game while going for the story again, twice basically. But anyway, so yes, I do like this more than the first time I did this. I really hope you also enjoyed this a lot more. Well, for those who have watched the MMV since day one, I hope you guys liked it a lot more. Anyway, welcome to the Green Star Galaxies, and this planet looks incredibly wrong. Me and my stupid thoughts. I have to thank my girlfriend for that, but Anyway, we have 3 galaxies to do. The first one I always do is this one. Rolling Gizmo Galaxy. The Green Star Galaxies are a lot more difficult compared to all the other levels we've done. So, be prepared for a challenge. Gizmos, gears, and gadgets. Yep, it's the final rolling level, and it's a pretty difficult one if you don't know the controls with the ball. More epic music. Okay. Well, it's about to get interrupted in a second, but the hardest thing about this mission is not actually the course, but these Goombas over here. Because if you hit one, you will jump up, and sometimes you'll jump off the level if you're going too fast. So be absolutely careful with that. Anyway, here we need to take down these metal crates and boom by jumping into them. The annoying thing about this level is that you have to start from the very beginning, just like Rolling Green Galaxy. You have to start from the very beginning. So that gets kind of tedious and then irritating if you're not good at this. I have decent control over these. It's a lot easier to control in the Wii version, as I'm noticing right now. But it's not impossible. Maybe because I also grew up with motion controls. I grew up with the Nintendo Wii, and I'm better at it than most other people. Most people can play by motion controls. I'm one of the very few people that doesn't. Watch out for the bombs, because they will shoot you up! Well, I'm shooting myself down. Oh well, it had to happen at some point. There are a lot less deaths compared to the first time I played for this game as well. Maybe because, I don't know. I was being less reckless. This is difficult, so I'm not gonna be angry. Not that angry. Okay. Let's try this again. If I die again, I'm just gonna cut away back to where we were. Get inside there. Okay, there we go. Alright, here we go. Whee! Aw, not 3 in a row. Oh well. Okay, let's do better this time. I'm absolutely gonna replay my Galaxy 2 walkthrough, because honestly, it's probably my least favorite walkthrough I've ever done, which is sad because Galaxy 2 is my favorite Mario game, and I've done it the least amount of justice for how much I love that game. Oh my god, I almost died again in this area. Okay. So I'm definitely gonna do that as well. There's so many games I want to try again now that I know what I'm doing with YouTube videos. Anyway, free. And there's the finish line, or the finish windmill. Hehe. And get the last few star bits. There we go. Even though star bits aren't that important right now. After you've done the Hungry Lumas. Now you're gonna be. Oh god. Oh my goodness. Okay. Alright, we'll go for it. Go. Screw the one up. And victory. And that's the first one taken down. So let's grab it. I think we only died like 3-4 times throughout this entire walkthrough. And there was only one time that got stressful, which was the last episodes during the Daredevil run. Other than that, it was very smooth. Though I have to say, I said this, I believe, in the beginning of this walkthrough. I can do this. I can 100% this game with complete ease, even without deaths. Like, I can absolutely complete this game with no problem whatsoever. Galaxy 2, however, is a different story because that game is a lot harder and has a lot more stars. So yeah, and especially one mission which we all know is very difficult. Anyway, next is Loop the Swoop Galaxy. And what that means, it's time for more race surfing. The galaxy's greatest wave. Actually, next year I was actually planning to have a little surfing with some of my friends, which honestly I'm not sure about. That's not that I don't like surfing, but I'm always nervous when it comes to discovering new things. Anyway, I think this was the galaxy where you can actually travel to certain parts of the level, but I think you can only do it after you've done this race, so let's do it. This race is a monster! Oh, really? So we have 3 minutes to complete this, even though it says 1 minute and 30 seconds for best time, but okay. Now, this is a lot harder than the last one, so be very, very careful with this. Also, in my personal opinion, I think the waves are a lot more wild compared to, because they were pretty calm in the first time we did the first course. Also, it's a lot smaller, especially in one part of the level. Best thing to do for this mission, I guess, is try to absolutely survive. Don't hold the accelerate button if you're not good at this. Otherwise, you will instantly fall to your doom. Alright, this is pretty hard because it has a loop-to-loop in it. Oh god. Defying physics, but okay, we're in space right now, so I guess I'll give it a pass. And alright, so don't jump. Well, I guess if you want the one up, but and here we go. We're not gonna jump ourselves down because I learned my lesson from the first time we did this. That's easy. That's not easy to get on this course. So drop an eye and say hello. Oh yeah, now you can travel across some parts of this level. It was this level. I thought it was the first level that you can travel around, but apparently not. So I guess we can explore a little bit. What do you have to say? Nice. We're incredible. That must impress the princess. What do you mean, princess? What are you talking about? That was very random, but okay. Wow, a lot of starbits. Thank you. That's some crazy skill. Thank you. I guess you could get a lot of stars from this. If I did that enough, I'd probably have done the Green Star Galaxies first before the Hungry Luma. And here's nothing. Ooh, wow, over 170. This is a pretty good grinding area. If you can survive the course first, of course. Yeah, of course. Okay, I'll stop. Anyway, let's get the star. And that leaves just one level remaining before the grand finale. Which we're gonna do next time. Alright, so let's go to it. And it's probably the hardest one. I don't remember that this level has checkpoints or not. If it doesn't, then I will definitely rank this as the hardest one. And it's this one right here. Bubble Blast Galaxy. Okay then, here we go. And it's a different recording. Yeah, hello everyone. Yeah, the original video for Bubble Blast Galaxy was absolutely corrupted once again because of green stuff. So it had to be in lower quality, otherwise the video kept corrupting in this part. So that's so this is actually a second time doing this mission once again, the Electric Labyrinth. So this is from a different save files, everything. After this, we're going back to the actual recording. It had to be this way, otherwise the video's corrupted once again. I don't want to do the same thing that I did in Rolling Green Galaxy. So yeah, so it's gonna be a little bit different commentary, which is sad because I actually liked my commentary the first time I did this mission. But it had to be this way. Alright, so the Electrical Labyrinth. The hard thing about this mission is that it's kind of long. And if you die, you have to go from the very beginning. Especially the beginning part where you have to collect 5 star chips. If you miss one or die, you have to start from the very beginning, which is kind of annoying. So yeah, that's the hard thing about this level. What I do love about this, like I said in my actual commentary, is that it uses the free mechanics that are difficult to control. Like the race surfing is pretty difficult, the ball mechanic is difficult. This also is not that, the blowing the bubble is not an easy thing to understand. So yeah, this is one of the main reasons, one of the lessons I learned from this walkthrough is have multiple save files. So if I have a failed recording, then everything's perfectly fine. It's so stupid that I can't record 1080p like any other level I did. But for some reason, when it turns green, the quality just decreases. So yeah, I really hope I get to upload in 1080p after this, because this is the only one that's 720p FPS. Blah. Or yeah, 720p. There we go. Jeez. Because I want to upload in pretty high quality, but of course, the force of evil will not allow me to do it. Anyway, that's over here. There we go. Now on to the last star chip. You can probably guess this is not the last thing I'm gonna be doing in this mission. Okay, so once this mission's over, we're going back to my past self. Everything else is perfectly normal as usual. So yeah. So it had to be this way. I very much apologize. Okay, there we go. So let's go to the next planets. Also, these planets over here, they're just for show, but now for the hardest parts. Is you need to avoid bullet bills, as we all know in Galaxy. These bullet bills home in on you. As you just saw, destroy that glass. Okay, that was incredibly close. Well, that was my second freak out in this walkthrough. I didn't freak out once the first time I did this. Okay, let's be very careful with this. Come on, blow on it. Shut up. Stupid jokes. The more these jokes I make, the more I sound like my girlfriend. But yeah. Oh my god, this is getting a little bit too close. Let's just do this. There we go, and bubble blast to victory, like I said. Alright, so see you guys back in my old recording. And that should do it. That's every single star we can get throughout the main story. Outside the post game, of course. So, that just leaves one more level, which we're gonna leave for the next episode. So yeah, I guess we're gonna say next time on Super Mario Galaxy, we're gonna head to the final level of the game and finish the main story. See you guys next time.